All right, so let's talk about this numerical. Again, this numerical is very, very important because you can expect something very similar in entrance examination and your school examination, or even if you're a student of AP Physics or IB Physics or State Board. Now, I have seen from my experience, a lot of students are not able to solve questions of adiabatic process. Okay, adiabatic process is difficult for students because of one reason, right? The equations, which are adiabatic equations, are hard to remember. Okay, the purpose of doing this question is to actually help you uh, understand how to solve questions which are associated with an adiabatic process. That is the main purpose I'm doing this. So let's first understand, whenever you see a question of adiabatic process, okay, in which you have volume, temperature, pressure, and stuff like that, all of this is given to you, right? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to write basic equations. Number one equations: PV gamma is equal to constant. This is the first equation. Just remember this. The second equation, which connects temperature and volume, is TV gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. All right. The third equation is P raised to 1 minus gamma, T raised to power gamma is equal to constant. If you can memorize these three, memorize these three, memorize these three. If you can memorize these three, you will find that it will be of tremendous help when you're doing the actual numericals. So I hope the all the three equations are clear to you. PV gamma is given in the question always. TV, TV. How do you memorize this? Television. So television gamma minus 1. How do you memorize this? PT. You do PT in your school, right? Physical training. PT. P raised to power 1 minus gamma and T raised to power gamma. This is the way you need to memorize. And this, of course, is PV, right? This is straight away. This everyone remembers. PV, TV, television raised to power gamma minus 1, and then P raised to 1 minus gamma, T raised to. So this is P and T relationship. This is T and V, PV. All of these are, some uh, variables that appear in a numerical like this, which is this from Resnick and Halliday. You will get a numerical which will put you in trouble. You will understand how to do this, but most of the students forget these three equations, and this becomes a problem for each of the student, that they're not able to solve these questions because of lack of memorizations. All right, so this is step number one, right? So you will memorize all these three. Let's get into this question and try and solve this. So I'm doing the solution now. Okay, let's do the solution. The first step is always to write what are the data points. So you know the volume V1 is given to be 4.3 liters is equal to 4.3 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube. Remember, 1 liter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube, or cubic meter, right? Again, I'm telling you, the students forget this conversion. Looks very simple, but you will forget it. Second, the pressure at that point is 1.2 atmosphere is equal to 1.2 into 1.01 into 10 raised to power 5 Newton per meter square. Again, atmospheric pressure has been converted into Newton per meter square. And the temperature, you don't need to do anything with the temperature because it is already in Kelvin. Had it been in centigrade, always converted into Kelvin. I hope this is making sense to you, right? So first situation is known to you. You have to find the final temperature, and then what you're doing is you're taking this gas through an adiabatic process. I will just delete some part of what I've written to create space for myself, and you can see everything clearly. I'm just going to rub this off. Okay, just bear with me for a second. Let me just rub this off, or in fact, let me just delete all of this, and then we can have complete space for ourselves. and use that space. So I've just deleted this. All right, so let's continue with our problem solving. What is happening after that is the gas is going through the adiabatic process, and the gas is compressed adiabatically, right? So let's say the volume 2 is, it's a compression, it's given 0.76 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube. Always convert liters into meter cube. What are you supposed to find? You're supposed to find A, what is the final pressure, which is P2, right? If you have to find the pressure, what will you use, right? So you're given V1 is known to you. Which equation related P and V? The equation number 1, right? So P1 V1 gamma is equal to P2 V2 gamma, right? Let me just substitute the values. 1.2 into 1.01 into 10 raised to power 5 multiply by 4.3 into 10 raised to power minus 3 is equal to P2. P2 is to be found out. What is the volume here? The volume here is the second volume, 0.76 into 10 raised to power minus 3. And let me just write this as gamma, right? I forgot to write the 1.4 here, raised to power 1.4. And P2 is equal to 1.2 into 1.01 into 10 raised to power 5 into 4.3 into 10 raised to power minus 3, 0.76 into 10 raised to power minus 3. I'm putting this as common, and this is 1.2 into 1.01 into 10 raised to power 5. This goes away. So you're left with 43 by 10 multiplied by 100 upon 76 raised to power 1.4 is equal to 1.2 into 1.01 into 10 raised to power 5. Okay, so this goes away. So this is 43, this is 76. We will need to solve. We will have to calculate 430 divided by 76, right? So this is 430 divided by 76. 76 fives are will be 380, 0, 5, 500. 76 six are, so 76 into 6 6 are 36. 6 sevens are 42, 45, 456, 440, and this is again 5.65. So this is 5.65 raised to power 1.4. Solve this and get the answer in Newton per meter square. I'm assuming you know how to calculate 5.65 into raised to power 1.4. Remember, in adiabatic questions, this is another problem you will face. How do you solve this 5.65 into raised to power 1.4? How do you solve this quickly? So learn these tricks also. How do you solve something like this? I will make a video where I'll help you understand how to solve these things very, in a quick manner. In the meanwhile, what you can do is you can see my playlist, Maths for Physics. So I have a playlist called as Maths for Physics. A lot of good maths is given for physics students. Even if you're a biology student who's not good at maths, it will help you. Or if you're a math student, you don't know the shortcuts, tricks, you really want to see how the mathematical concepts you learn get applied to physics, you will find it very handy, this playlist called as Maths for Physics. Let's go to the second one, right? The second part is you have to find the final temperature. All right, so B is T2 is equal to how much, right? So this is, I told you we have a formula T, V, right? And 1 minus gamma is equal, I told you television is equal to constant, right? Which means T1 V1 1 minus gamma is equal to T2 V2 1 minus gamma. This is what is the essence of this, right? So you again know what is T1. If you go back, you know what is T1. We will put the value of T. All right, so let's talk about T2 now. if you try and solve this question without memorizing the equations, this is the confusion you will land up in. Whether it is TV gamma minus 1 is equal to constant, or is it TV1 minus gamma is equal to constant, right? So this is the confusion you will land up, and therefore I suggest always memorize the adiabatic equations. The correct equation is this. This is a wrong equation. Just be very careful. So let's start writing all the aspects. So this is T1 V1 gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 V2 gamma minus 1, right? So let's go and see T1. T1 is 310. 310 multiplied by V1. How much is V1? V1 is 4.3 liters. So 4.3 into 10 raised to power minus 3. 5 by, I think the gamma is given to be some value which is 1.4. So it is 7 by 5 actually. 1.4 minus 1. I think this is 1.4 minus 1 is equal to T2, which you need to find out. V2 again is known to you. The volume second, it is compressed to 0.76 liters. It's an adiabatic compression, 0.76 into 10 raised to power minus 3 raised to power 1.4 minus 1 multiply by V2. Okay, V2 I've already written, so I will not repeat it. So this is it, right? 310 into 4.3 into 10 raised to power minus 3 divided by, I'm taking this in denominator on the left hand side, and 0.76 into 10 raised to power minus 3, 0.4. So this goes away, and this is equal to 310. 430 divided by 76. So this is 4300 and this is 760. This goes away. So this is raised to power 0.4. 310 multiplied by, we calculated this as, for 430 divided by 5.65 approximately raised to power 0.4. And this is the answer you get as your temperature, which is T2 in Kelvin, right? So I hope you will take care of the calculation. I told you I will make a video to help you understand the shortcuts as to how we make these calculations very simple. But the moot point, remember, is that adiabatic is a key focus of my teaching, because I know most of the questions which have adiabatic, students tend to forget the equations. And please do subscribe to this channel. This is the only channel in the country where you will find explanation. No website, no application, no YouTube channel will give you explanation. Solutions are available, yes, but you will not learn anything from them. If you want to learn something, it is important that you understand the concept, and the concept is what I have tried to give as much as possible in my YouTube channel. Use this opportunity. If you can build your career through my channel, it will be a great pleasure for me. My intention is to impact 1 million students in the country who can benefit by learning good physics and scoring good marks in entrance examination, in school examination. If you're an American listening to this, you're in US, you want to appear for AP Physics, you want to appear for SAT Physics, all of this is going to be very, very useful to you. All these steps, right? Generally, you will have to pay for this. In my case, what you can clearly see is free of cost. So that's another reason for you to join this. Fantastic questions are coming up. Do not miss any of your upcoming videos. You will find the quality of questions is even better than what they teach you in the classroom. Not even in classroom you will learn these. And that is why I insist and urge you to kindly join this channel, subscribe to it, watch this video again, understand the adiabatic equations very nicely and memorize them. I'm again repeating, memorize them. Thank you very much for your time today, and wait for my next video. I will come tomorrow with more explanations, more concepts. Go through the complete playlist of thermodynamics. It's becoming really nice. You will learn some good stuff out there. Thank you.